remember, at the end of all this, I'll put up the results. It'll show you exactly how many minutes you spent in yellow, how many minutes you spent in green, how many minutes you spent in red.
Well, we start off in the gym and we play like with the basketballs and stuff. Then we go in there and we do the ellipticals and the rowers and the bikes. And then we have the heart rates on the screen and we look at our heart rates.
Well, the heart rate monitors, they show you how long you've been in like green, which is when you're in your target heart rate, red, which is when you're over your target heart rate, and yellow when you're below your target heart rate. And there are these little clips that we have, these straps that we have underneath our shirts.
Most of the kids, when they look up and see yellow, start to work harder. And I think that's very evident in the fitness room in particular, because when we originally started this, the kids chose whether they wanted to wear a monitor or not. And the kids that were wearing monitors when they were yellow, and I said, hey, we can't be in yellow now, they would start working really hard. Slow and steady, Tyler. Slow and steady.
I know if it's too low, then I start like picking up the pace, but if it's too high, then I start to slow it down a little bit.
Mr. Hallberg before these used to have us like stop for a couple minutes, hold our hand up to our neck and count for 6 seconds to see what our heart rate is, and it wasn't exactly like, some kids would get confused on where to hold it, so we can still work and look up and see what our heart rate is.
Now I don't have to guess if a kid's working hard or not. I can look up and get that instant feedback, and so can they. So it's not I'm picking on so-and-so. When I look up, if you're yellow, that means you got to work harder. Not for me, for you. That's how you increase your own health and fitness. I think the kids that it helps the most are probably the kids that like phys ed the least, because their heart rates tend to raise quicker than others. And in old school gym, if I was doing the mile run, I'd be high-fiving every kid that finished in 5 or 6 minutes, telling them what a great job they did. But if they're on the cross-country team, they actually may not have worked hard at all. And the student who comes in at 15 or 20 minutes, I'd always say, come on, work harder. And their face could be red and they could be covered in sweat. And they're actually in the red. They're working as hard as they can, and they're not getting positive feedback. So things like this eliminates that.
It's fun. I think it helps us get moving more because a lot of the time we don't do as much exercise at home, so I think it helps a lot.
Then we bring them all back together and I can show them a summary on the computer of exactly how many minutes they spent in each of the 3 levels, and then we review our written work for the day. So at the end of the day, we've taught sports skills and we've worked on improving our level of fitness and trying to understand why it's so important to increase our fitness levels. You know, we're trying to get our kids, our students, ourselves to exercise. Recommendations are 60 minutes every day. And that's what some of us are doing, and I think it's made a real positive impact on everybody.